In this video, we will understand the process of exam master, exam configuration, mark entry, mark sheet generation and mark report. So, for this, firstly, we are opening the grading system. Here, we are adding a new grade. For that, we need to select the institute first and then the grade name and minimum percentage, then entering the maximum percentage, then we are entering a grade point, then the description is optional. So once we click on create, a new grade is created and displayed under the grading system. Here we can even edit it if any changes has to be made and then update it. We also have the option to delete the grade if it is not necessary. Next, we are moving to the exam master under the academic menu. So firstly, we are creating an exam here. We are selecting the institute, then entering the exam name, then selecting the exam type, and then selecting the academic year, then entering the exam date and the result date. Adding description is optional. Once we click on the create, so a new exam is created and displayed under the exam management. So even we have the option to edit it if it is required. We can also delete the particular exam if it is not required. Then we have filters where we can select it out using by institute, academic year, exam type, status. So once we click on publish, the exam will be published. Next, we are moving to the exam configuration. So in this we have filters where we need to select the institute first, then select the exam, then the class and the division. So here we are adding the subjects. Firstly, we are adding English as a subject name, then entering the maximum marks and the passing marks. Once we click on add, this will be added and displayed under the subjects. Again, we are adding another subject, which is maths, and then entering the maximum marks and the passing marks, and then adding it, and then adding the other subject, social, and then entering the maximum marks and the passing mark, and then clicking on add. Then the other subject now is science, then entering the maximum marks and then entering the passing marks and then clicking on add. So here we have the option to delete the particular subject if we don't require it. We also have the edit option where we can edit the subject name, maximum marks or the passing marks and then just update it. We can also configure components. So firstly, we are adding one component here, which is theory, and then entering the maximum marks for theory and then entering the weight. Once we click on plus, this component will be created now. Then adding one more component where we name it as practical. Then entering the maximum marks and weight, and then just clicking on plus. So we can also delete this components if we don't require it. Now we are moving to the mark entry. So in this, we will select the institute first and then select the exam, then class, then the division and subject. So now here we can enter the marks obtained for the students and then just save the marks. Now, once we click on Save Marks, even the grades will be shown, and then we are choosing the other subject. So even we can change the status here if the student is absent or on leave or exempted. So once the student is absent, we can't enter the mark. Only if the student is present, then we can enter the marks obtained. So once we click on Save Marks, the grade will be updated. And the same thing we can do for all the subjects. And here in science now, we need to enter both the marks, which is theory and the practical mark. So now once we enter the theory and practical mark, the total mark will be auto calculated, and when we save the mark, the grades will be shown. Then entering the mark for social, and then just saving the mark. Next, we are moving to the mark sheet generation. So in this, first we need to select the institute and then the academic year, and we need to select the exam. Even we can choose multiple exams, and then selecting the class and then the division. So here we can select the students for whom we need to generate the mark sheet. So here coming to the exam management, exam is logged now successfully. So here we can just select the student for whom we need to generate the mark sheet. Even we can generate it in bulk. So here we are generating the mark sheet. So when we view it, it will be displayed like this: subject-wise performance, grade scale, along with the marks obtained and everything. Then next, moving to the mark report under the reports menu. So here for this we need to select the institute first. So we can see the mark report result, and we have other filters too, where we can select it out by choosing the academic year, then by selecting the exam, and then the list will be displayed based on these filters. And then we can select it by selecting the class, division, subject, status, and even by choosing pass or fail. And this data can be exported in the form of PDF or even Excel.